CompTIA Tech Plus Complete Training Course. Exam Objective 2.4. Given a scenario, install and configure common peripheral devices. Printer and scanner. We will cover printers and scanners together as they are fairly similar. In fact, it is very often that printers and scanners come packaged together as a single unit known as a multifunction device, or MFD for short. A printer is a peripheral device which makes a physical rendering of digital data, usually on paper, or creates a physical object from a three-dimensional digital model, in the case of a 3D printer. Some of the most common printer types are laser printers, inkjet printers, thermal printers, impact printers, and 3D printers. While a printer outputs digital data, a scanner does the exact opposite. A scanner is a peripheral device that optically scans images or objects and converts them into digital data. The most common scanner types are flatbed scanners and sheet-fed scanners. When connecting a printer or a scanner, we have multiple options available. For a printer or scanner that is directly connected to a computer, also referred to as a local connection, you would most likely use a USB interface, and probably a USB Type-B connector. Though less common, a wireless, Bluetooth connection can also be used as an alternative for a local connection setup. If the printer or scanner is to be made available to an entire network of devices, a wired network connection would be made with an Ethernet CAT cable that uses RJ45 connectors. And last, the wireless alternative for a network connection would be Wi-Fi. In order to add, delete, or configure a printer or a scanner in Windows 11, you would need to open the Windows Settings utility and navigate to Printers and Scanners. From here, you'll see a list of all currently installed printers and scanners. If you need to add a new printer or scanner, simply click the Add Device button. Windows will automatically search for nearby devices and guide you through the setup process. You can also select an existing device from the list to manage it. Once your printer is installed, you'll also have access to several configuration options that can fine-tune how documents are printed. One useful feature is duplex printing. Duplex allows the printer to automatically print on both sides of a single sheet of paper, instead of just one side. This can be a great way to save paper and reduce the overall size of a document, especially for longer print jobs. It's also a more environmentally friendly option. Another option you'll often see is collate. When collate is enabled, the printer keeps multi-page documents in the correct page order, copy by copy. So, let's say you're printing 3 copies of a 3-page report. With collate turned on, the printer will print pages 1, 2, and 3 in order for the first copy, then repeat the same for the second and third copies. Without collate, the printer would print all the page 1s first, then all the page 2s, and finally all the page 3s. That means you'd have to manually sort and stack each set after printing, which isn't ideal, especially for larger print jobs. You can also adjust the orientation of your prints. This setting controls whether the document prints in portrait mode, which is vertical, or landscape mode, which is horizontal. Choosing the right orientation ensures the document fits properly on the page and matches how you want it displayed or bound. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more great content.